Know That Sports Podcast.
What it do, people? It's your boy Moore Drive, man. I represent Know That Sport to the fullest. And this is another episode of Know That Sport Podcast. Quarantine edition. I'm coming here, man, today to talk about the NFL draft. So I'm finna grade all the divisions. I believe everybody won, but I'm gonna tell you what I believe won for right now and the future. I'm gonna start out talking about the AFC South. Everybody in the AFC South is Jacksonville, the Colts, Tennessee, and the Houston Texans. I believe everybody in that division got what they needed. But I'm gonna tell you who I believe won in the division for this year. For this year, I believe the Indianapolis Colts won in the draft with their picks. With the running back they got, I think he's from Oregon, Iowa, I believe. I really don't know where the running back from, but he tough. He's a tough running back. I can't remember where he come from, but he's a tough running back. One of the top running backs in the country. And they got the wide receiver from UCLA. I think Pittman Jr., Michael Pittman Jr., he was a big wide receiver. They needed that. And I believe that'll help them this year. And what I mean by helping them this year, that should get them over the hump. As getting them in the playoffs like they're trying to do. The next team in the division that I said did real good is the Jacksonville Jaguars with their pick. I like the cornerback they picked, C.J. Henderson. I like the outside linebacker they got from LSU. I think Kayvon Chase, I believe that's his name. I like both of them picks for them in the draft. And I believe that'll help them out in the future. So I don't believe that'll get them where they want to go this year in the playoff, but I think they'll be a factor. So I like their picks for the future. They should help them out in the future, but I don't think they'll get them over the hump this year. The Houston Texans, they did pretty good. I don't think they did good enough to help them this year. To get them something shaking this year. They got a couple defensive players. Offensive players, whatever, a couple offensive players, but I don't think they got nothing that'll help them out this year to get them where they want to go. They made the playoff last year, but I don't think they draft pick made them better team than they were last year than this year. Next on the list, the Tennessee Titans. I believe the Tennessee Titans did real good in the draft. I think they did good enough to keep them in the playoffs, just like they would last year, and got them go a little bit further than they went last year. Last year they went to the AFC Championship game. I don't think they're going to go back that far, but I believe the running back they drafted and a couple more players they drafted would keep them in the playoff hunt. So I think they did pretty good too, but I really think the coach did the best in this draft. Coming out of the AFC South, I think they did the best. Next up is the AFC North. Like I said, I believe everybody in the draft did pretty good, but I'm picking teams that the draft that they made gonna make them shake a pee right now. Can help them right now. Keep them in the playoff hunt, or get them in the playoff like some teams trying to do. And the AFC North, it's Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Out that division, I believe Baltimore did the best out the draft with what they drafted. The running back from Ohio State, that ain't nothing but a plus for the Baltimore Ravens. They was already top-notch running. They already had a top-notch running game. With the running back from Ohio State, I think his name KK something, I can't really say his name, but he a running back from Ohio State. He ain't nothing but the truth. He can't do nothing but make them better. And they run the game already top-notch. The linebacker they got, Patrick Quinn, I believe his name. They come from LSU or Alabama. I can't remember what school he come from, but he's a linebacker. They come from LSU though. Matter of fact, both of the linebackers they got. I forgot the other guy's name, but they drafted two linebackers. Both on the butt naked. Both of them gonna be an impact player right now, and both of them gonna make a difference for the Baltimore Ravens. So I believe they won They got the best grade in their division in the draft. I believe they did. For right now, they gonna get them shaking right now. Next is the Cincinnati Bengals. I feel they won two of the draft for the near future. I'm saying with Joe Burrow. I'm saying the wide receiver they got, they come from Clemson. He's solid. They got a couple more other folks out of the draft. All of them pretty solid players. But I believe it's good enough for in the future for them. They make good picks for the future. I don't think they're gonna make a difference for them this year, but they got good picks for the future. So I believe they did pretty good. Next is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They did all right. They did all right. And they got your boy Ben Roethlisberger, another wide receiver, another weapon, a wide receiver. I'm saying I think they should have got a running back, but they got another wide receiver, Ben Roethlisberger, a couple defensive players. I think they did pretty good. I think they'll be in contention regardless. I think Pittsburgh gonna be in contention regardless because Ben Roethlisberger coming back. I think the draft they did pretty good in the draft, but I don't think they did good enough to take over that division with the draft. Their draft didn't do nothing to put them in front of their division in the draft. Or wild card race or make the playoffs. I don't know if they draft did that good. I don't think they draft good enough to do that. But they draft some good players that should be doing good. Do them some good down the road. Next is the Cleveland Browns. They drafted offensive lineman to try to protect Baker Mayfield. And I think they drafted a tight end too, and a wide receiver. I think they drafted pretty good, so I'm saying for the future too, because they trying to protect Baker Mayfield, make sure he be all right. I'm saying that's a good draft. I respect that. I'm saying that's pimping. I'm saying I give him credit for that. But when they boil down to it, it's up to Baker Mayfield. So I don't think they drafted him good enough to make them do what they want to do, and let's go to the playoffs. I don't think they draft impact good enough for this year. So I believe Baltimore won in that division out the draft. The next is the AFC West. I'm gonna change the name to that division to the AFC West track meet, cause everybody in that division just got fast. I'm talking about real fast. Kansas City run that division. When it boiled down to it, the running back they got from LSU was a great pick for them. I'm saying I think they really won in the draft for this year. So I'm saying because they already bringing back 20 or the 22 starters, and the running back they got from LSU, he ain't nothing but the butt naked, so they can't be nothing but better. So I say Kansas City won in the draft with the last pick in the first round. For right now for them. And they didn't need that much no way really, but the running back they got, then I'm gonna make them a whole lot better. Next up, in the division is the Denver Broncos. They drafted the wide receiver from Alabama. I really can't say his name, forgot his name, but he fast. Butt naked fast. I'm talking about nothing but the truth now. Shout it fast. He's speedster. I'm saying he like Tyreek Hill. He got the speed like Tyreek Hill. And that's what Denver was trying to do. Get speed on offense. They drafted a lot of speed at the tight end. I think you got a couple running backs or whatever. I think they drafted good enough for them to make some noise for years to come. I'm saying like next year or the year after next. Denver gonna be in the conversation with their draft. This draft, they ain't laying down. They getting better. This draft made them hold out better. I don't think better enough to win the division, but I think they're not gonna be no slouch. Just because they draft. The players they got can make an impact right now. Next in the division is the Oakland Raiders. I think they did okay. You know what I'm saying? To be real, I say they did okay. And the reason why I said okay, because they got the wide receiver from Alabama. But he's not a number one to me. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like a number two. He fast. I think he's like a number two. I don't think he's number one, but I believe he'll pan out. I'm saying a couple years from now, or whatever. I think the Raiders will be respectful, but I still think they not one of the big dogs in the division. They did good in the draft though. So I'm saying I gave them a good grade. They did pretty good for the future, but they ain't gonna shake no pee right now. I believe they draft good enough to make them respectful for right now. And next, it is LA Chargers. I think they did good in the draft. They did pretty good in the draft, just like the Denver Broncos. Drafted, they got that boy, Justin Herbert, I believe that's his name. The wide receiver, the quarterback from Oregon. I believe he's going to be the backup or whatever. I think Tyrone Taylor he should finish the season if he don't get hurt because he stay got them with concussion or something with him. So he'll be the backup. He should learn. I don't think he's going to get no PT this year. They drafted that linebacker, Keith Murray. I love that pickup for the Chargers. I love that linebacker. So I'm saying the linebacker ain't nothing but the butt naked truth. He gonna make that defense a whole lot better. I'm talking about a whole lot better. So I think the Chargers, they did good in the draft, and the draft pick they picked. I know one of them gonna make an impact right now. Keith Murray, he gonna make an impact this season, but I don't think they draft picks good enough to make them take over that division. Because they ain't never Kansas City, but they should be. They gonna be up on the ride though. They draft picks gonna make a difference for them. You can believe that. Next, is the AFC East. Like I said, I believe everybody in the draft won. But in this draft, I believe Buffalo did the best in the division. I think Buffalo won the best in the division for right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I believe everybody in the draft, I believe they got something that's shaking. But like I said, I'm judging it for right now or later on. And I think what Buffalo did is right now. They got that boy from Iowa, the defensive end. I like that pick though. Home ain't no joke. Defensive end, he getting at the ball. He finna get to the ball. He will make an impact. The defensive end that they got from Iowa, I can't say his name. I really ain't looked up him for name or whatever, but I know him. He from Iowa. He the rookie. He that rookie. He played for the Buffalo Bills. Watch him. He will be a factor this year. With the team Buffalo got, he gonna fit like hand the glove. Hand the glove. I feel like I'm off of him now. So with the boy from Georgia, the quarterback they got from Georgia, he's a solid backup. So I believe Buffalo draft pick was all of them gonna make an impact this season. And I believe Buffalo won in this division in the draft. But who come a close second is the Miami Dolphins. I say they won in this draft too, a real close second. We drafted two offensive linemen for Tua. That's lovely. You know what I'm saying? That's for now and the future. You know what I'm saying? That's a lovely that's a lovely draft. I see what the Miami Dolphins doing. Really, I see it for the future. But the way the Miami Dolphins team is, they can, and the way the weak the division is, I see they probably make some noise this year. But I don't think they'll be better than Buffalo. So that's why I say I believe Buffalo beat them in the draft. Because they added more players that are going to make an impact this year. Next, you got the New England Patriots. Like I said, I believe everybody in the division won. Everybody in the draft won. I'm not going to down nobody in the draft. Like, oh, he ain't going to do nothing because they don't tell me what the man will do a couple years from now. But for right now, New England didn't do nothing in the draft to make them the impact for them right now. So I look at their draft as in the near future. So I'm saying they draft for the near future. Really, I believe next year they're going to try to get the quarterback they need in the draft or trade off or try to get them in one of them things. The Jets did good. You know what I'm saying? They got them with offensive linemen. The main thing they got was offensive linemen. The block forgot their Donald. So he need that help a lot. But anything else, I just feel like it'll be just a couple years from now for the Jets. They draft picks to do something probably a couple years from now, make an impact for them a couple years from now. But I like their picks, but I still give them a couple years for they make a difference for the Jets. So once again, I say the Buffalo Bills won in the AFC East. They had the best draft in the AFC East. Out the AFC East. Next up, Who up next? Those are four. That's all four of them, man. Yeah, four in that draft pick. Yeah. Next up, we finna go to the NFC now. We go to the NFC South. NFC South, we got Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans, Atlanta Falcons. Who I believe won in the division. Who I believe did the best in the division. I believe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did the best in the division. The reason why I say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did the best in the division, picked the best in the division, because the three things I seen them get was so major that they needed. First of all, it was an offensive lineman for Tom Brady. And they got one of the best offensive linemen in the game, the boy from Iowa. I think he on Brady blindside. Shot about 6'5", 333, athletic and everything. Will be a problem. Gonna make an impact this season. They drafted the running back. I don't forgot where the guy come from, but he pretty good though. The running back that Tampa Bay just drafted, I can't say his name, and I forgot what team. I want to say Stafford. I might be wrong though. I forgot what team home went to, but he good though. The running back they just drafted. He gonna be Tom Brady probably best friend. And Antoine Winfield Jr., the safety they drafted. Shawty ain't no joke. Shawty, he got a knack for the ball. He ate the ball. And his daddy used to play football. Antoine Winfield played for the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. So that tells me it's in him. His son plays safety. It's in him. I expect them to make an impact this year for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The next team I feel they did good in the draft, but I think they did good enough for upcoming season. You know what I'm saying? I think they players gonna impact them this year. So but they ain't gonna be a contention in the division. It'll carry down the Panthers. I feel they did real good because they drafted 7 defensive players. And with them drafting 7 defensive players, they let me know they trying to stop what's going on in their division. They see the division high power, and they got to try to slow it down. They got that boy from Auburn. I think it ain't Derrick Brown, I believe. If I say his name wrong, I'm sorry. But they got a defensive tackle from Auburn. Home ain't nothing but the butt naked. They got a safety. I think he went to Stafford. I can't say his name. Stafford or Utah, I can't say his name. But shouted bad. I'm talking about shouted play safety linebacker. He bad. He bad. Real talk. He a good pick. He was a good pick for the Carolina Panthers for that secondary. He gonna be an impact this year. Got a couple more corners. I forgot one of the corners they got, but he pretty good. He should make an impact this year. So what I'm saying is for the Carolina Panthers, I mean, is 11 folks on defense. 11 folks on defense. I'm calling out at least out they draft. At least about 4 of their draft picks are gonna be started off G unit. So I'm saying, and they gonna make impact. But their team ain't good enough for I don't think their team can keep up with the division to win the division or whatever. But I think Carolina did real good in the draft. Next team is the New Orleans Saints. I think the New Orleans Saints did pretty good in the draft. They did all right. You know, I can't take nothing from them. And the reason why I say I can't take nothing from them because they drafted. Their first pick was an offensive lineman, one of the best centers in the NFL. I mean, one of the best centers coming out of college. And that tells me they trying to block for Drew Brees. They're trying to keep Drew Brees up off the ground so he can make plays. And the last couple of years, they've been losing because teams been getting at Drew Brees. And along with that going on, they're not going to win. So I like the draft pick they made with that center from Michigan. And I think their second pick was a linebacker. I think their second pick was like a linebacker. That they needed a linebacker. He pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I like the move that they made. You know they're gonna be in contention. So then the 4 that they got gonna make an impact right now. The people that they got gonna make an impact right now. With no questions asked. Who the New Orleans Saints got. And they'll be in fight for the division. Next is the Atlanta Falcons. I said Atlanta Falcons had a good draft. But I look at their draft. I said Atlanta Falcons had a good draft. But I look at their draft as a dice roll. And what I mean as a dice roll is they hoping that the draft that they did, everybody hoping this, but they really hoping that the pro that they got gonna make an impact right now. That's a toss-up. I believe that they second round pick from Auburn, I forgot his name. I forgot dude's name. But he from Auburn. He used to be he the defensive tackle. They got him. I like him. He played defensive tackle and defensive end. I like him real much. I like him tremendously. I think he the best pick out of the draft for the Falcons. They drafted a punter or a kicker. They drafted the first pick was a cornerback. I think they drafted a linebacker. So I really don't know. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna say I don't know. I don't really know all the players they did drafted, but I seen them. I don't really know their names. But the defensive tackle from Auburn, I believe he gonna make an impact right now. You know what I'm saying? I believe the Falcons need their first round pick, the cornerback, to make an impact right now. You know what I'm saying? Right this moment. If he make an impact right this moment, they had a good draft, a wonderful draft. They in the fight for the division. But if he don't, they're drafting for the future. So they did a good draft for the future. So that's how I grade it down the Falcons. Next up, we got the NFC North. We're gonna try to break it down. Minnesota, Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago. Who drafted good enough for this year? I say the Minnesota Vikings did. With the wide receiver they got for LSU, Jefferson, ain't nothing but the butt naked. That made they switch out. They got somebody to take Diggs' place. They drafted a cornerback. I forgot his name, but he pretty good. They got somebody to take They got somebody to take what in there? Rose. The boy they got rid of, cornerback they got rid of. They got somebody to take his place. And I think they drafted a linebacker. No, they drafted a defensive lineman. They drafted one of the top defensive linemen. You know what I'm saying, in the college. I like that move from Minnesota. So I believe Minnesota did the best in the draft for them to help them this year. Them folks gonna make an impact this year. Next in the division, the Chicago Bears. They did okay in the draft. I think they did okay in the draft, good enough for years to come. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they did nothing good in the draft to help them out, to make them get over the hump right now, cause what they need really is they didn't draft. They didn't get what they need to get them over the hump right now. But they got some good players. I believe in the four they got, but I believe it's from down the road, not to make a difference right now. The Detroit Lions, they made a good draft with the running back from Georgia and the cornerback from Ohio State. I think they draft good enough to put them in contention to try to fight. To put them in contention to try to fight if they can stay healthy. I think the draft pick they got can put them in contention to try to fight. So I say they made a good draft. I believe they draft better than Chicago. And last in the NFC North is the Green Bay Packers. I'm saying I can't say nothing bad about their draft. I'm saying I like their draft or whatever. The player they drafted, I don't know what they're gonna do right now. I'm saying, but I like the player they drafted. So if I don't know what they're gonna do right now, I say Green Bay drafted for the future. So I'm saying they didn't draft for what's going on right now. They draft for years down the road. So I put them. They got the same. They come out with the same team they had last year. Come on with it. So the draft they draft from down the road. A couple years from now, see what they got. Next we got the NFC West. Arizona, the Rams, the 49ers, Seattle. In the draft, in the division, who I believe won. Who did the best in the draft in this division? I say the San Francisco 49ers. Why do I say the San Francisco 49ers? They lost a defensive tackle to the Indianapolis Colts. They signed one of the best, they drafted one of the best defensive tackles in college from South Carolina. He gonna make an impact right now. No cut on it. They lost Emmanuel Sanders in free agency. They drafted a wide receiver. I forgot the guy's name, but he fast, real fast. I don't forget what school he go to, but I don't want to say a school because I might be wrong. I forgot what school he went to, but he fast, he real fast. same night of the draft, they traded and got Trent Williams. That's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? So I put that a part of their draft. So I said the San Francisco 49ers did great for their draft. So I think they did the best in that division. Next, in the division, I think who did real good is the Arizona Cardinals. And the reason why I say the Arizona Cardinals did real good in the draft in that division compared to in their division, because they probably got the best linebacker or football player in the draft. The boy from Clemson, I think his name Simons, home play, safety, linebacker, corner, whatever you want him to do. You know what I'm saying? He really linebacker though, but shout out to whatever you want him to do. And they drafted the offensive lineman for Kyle Murray, Kyle Murray, to keep him upright. I like that. That was a good move for them. So I believe Arizona, they did real good in the draft. Next, for right now, they're gonna help them right now. Next up is the LA Rams. I think they did good in the draft for years to come or whatever. Cause they drafted a tight end. He pretty solid. But I believe they're gonna work with him a little bit. He's solid though. They drafted the running back from Florida State. He's solid. I think his name Atkins or something, I believe. Akins, I believe that's his name. He's solid. But I believe they didn't get nothing in the draft. They're gonna shake the P for them right now in the division that they working with. So I say they drafted for the future. I believe the Rams drafted for the future. Next up, Seattle. I think Seattle drafted pretty good, and the player they got is an impact for right now. I think the player they got gonna make an impact right now with no questions asked. I think they drafted the offensive lineman. Who else? Seattle drafted? Yeah, they drafted offensive lineman. I really don't. Yeah, I know about the offensive lineman draft. They're the best they drafted that I know of. So I think the offensive line make an impact right now for the Seattle Seahawks, and they should be still in contention like they were last season. But I think they did pretty good. I think they did better than the Rams. You know what I'm saying? I bet you that Seattle did better than the Rams. I bet you that. Next up, you got the NFC East, the last one. Giants, Cowboys, Redskins, Eagles. You know what's going on. NFC East, I said the Cowboys did the best out the draft in that division. And I'll tell you why. First of all, getting CeeDee Lamb was a steal. Drafting the defensive tackle, I don't forget what school Big Boy went to. But the defensive tackle they got in the second round, home ain't nothing but a beast. Matter of fact, they drafted the defensive tackle. They not drafting the defensive tackle in the third round. Charlotte was a third round pick. I forgot all about the boy Trevor Diggs, Stephon Diggs, brother. He gonna be solid. I like him at the second pick. The boy I just said that on the defensive tackle, forgot what school he went to, but he's solid. The third pick, I think he wore number 75 or 50. I don't forget what his number gonna be. But the third pick defensive tackle on that defensive line, he gonna be 51 or 75, one of them. Shot gonna be a beast, believe that. Drafted another corner. I like that pick. The corner we drafted from, I think from TCU or whatever, Tulsa. Maybe he went to Tulsa. He's South Carolina Robinson. He gonna be solid. I like him. He gonna be an impact player this year. And I think we drafted an offensive lineman. I don't know. He may be an impact this year. I don't know. But I know our first three picks, or the Dallas Cowboys' first three picks, gonna be impact players this year. No cut on it. So I give them an A. Or I believe they did the best in our division. Next up, the Giants. They drafted a linebacker, a safety. They drafted the best offensive lineman, one of the best offensive linemen in college from Georgia. That was a good pick. They ain't got no line. They ain't drafted no linebacker. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. But they drafted the offensive tackle from Georgia. That was a good pick for the Giants. That I believe gonna help them as years go on, because they need that. That's a good pick. That's a good stand, a good start. Drafted the safety from Alabama. I like that. He gonna be pretty good. I respect that. He gonna be all right. I think they'll make I think their draft picks will make an impact right now for the Giants. I think they did pretty good in the draft. Next up is the Washington Redskins. They drafted Chase Young, Ohio State, best defensive end in college. I believe he's gonna make an impact right now. After him, I really don't see nothing else that's gonna make an impact for them. So right now, I think they draft really for the future. Next up is the Philadelphia Eagles. I like that they draft. I believe they did a pretty good draft. I say really like one player really out they draft, maybe two, I'll make an impact right now. So really when I look at their draft, I think they draft really for the future. You know what I'm saying? So I say Eagles drafted really for the future. They didn't really draft that for the impact for this season. Them was all my really picks of how I feel in the NFL draft with teams breaking it down by division. Like I said from Jump Street, I break it down as who drafted good enough to make an impact right now for you. So I'm saying right now, if it ain't an impact right now, it's 2-3 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So that's I judge it like that. I don't judge it as if they got who they wanted, they got what they. Can the man do something for you right now? If you're doing something right now for you, if you make an impact right now, you did damn good. If you don't make an impact right now, you'll find out 2-3 years from now. That's how I judge it. I appreciate everybody for messing with me, man. So I'm saying, you know, I'm more dry. I represent Know That Sport to the full of the Know That Sport podcast, sponsored by Highlight Commodity. Quarantine edition. I hope this is the last week for the quarantine, really, when it comes to this. But I appreciate everybody for checking in, man. Subscribe, man. View. If you're on Instagram, Know That Sports. If you're on Facebook, Know That Sports. It's a group. So go to Facebook, put in Know That Sport. We can get a join group, man. Good sport talking on now. Shay, man. You know what I'm saying? Just Know That Sports. You know what I'm saying? On all platforms, straight up. On Spotify, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you put in Know That Sport, man. Know That Sport coming up. On all platforms. Once again, I appreciate everybody for fucking with me, man. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. Same time, same back channel. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.